Oh my god! Oh my god!
Yeah, cheers.
This is... I'm having a tough time coming up with better...
descriptive words.
Yeah, a better show than... I'm just saying, man. Every time, like, this Battle of the Bastards and a few times before that, and this is another one, I'm just like, this is the greatest television program that's ever been produced.
By the way, he's Walter and I'm Porter.
Hey guys,
That's how crazy this shit's been with this season. It's just, oh my god, mind-blowing episodes. I mean, last week was good. It's been strong every single week, and they've been moving and pushing the story forward. Mm-hmm. We finally saw some action, like legit dragon action on Daenerys' goal, which she's been saying for years. Finally, she's in Westeros. She's right by King's Landing, and she's got her dragon, and she's just burning the shit out of people.
Dude, the ending of that... oh my god, it was good. It's burned everything. It's freaking Dothraki, and she's turning people into ash.
That is insanely crazy.
Literally, the wind was blowing them away like in a Looney Tunes cartoon.
Yeah.
This was crazy, man. And if, like, you know that World of Ice and Fire book I keep talking about, you guys should get that book if you're interested in these things, because it reminded me of certain things from Aegon's Conquest, at the grass field and everything, and just how hot the fires of a dragon are. Oh my god, man. It's crazy. This is crazy.
It's really. Let's start at the top.
Let's just start at the top of the episode here. So
a lot of great stuff.
I know. Good lord. At the beginning, we get Bronn and Jaime outside of Highgarden, and this is basically right after they ransacked that place, took all their gold, and they're going to use that gold to pay off the Iron Bank.
And they're also taking out the granaries and basically all of the supplies of Highgarden.
Right, because it's winter now, so they need to stock up on food.
And Highgarden always was a big producer.
Yeah, yeah, they're known for food and like granary and things like that. Yeah. So, yeah, they had a lot of stuff to take for sure. So with just a little bit of back and forth there with Bronn, we kind of, you know, Bronn is still kind of upset because Jaime promised him a castle, and that still hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. Bronn
is still, and Jaime is too, there's still, like, characters who have some sense of morality. Probably Jaime a little bit more than Bronn right now.
Yeah, Bronn's more just about the money.
Yeah, but still, when it comes down to it, I mean, like, he's loyal, you know what I mean? For the most part.
Yeah, for the most part.
Right.
The highest bidder might hold sway.
Right. It depends on the situation, I guess. But from there we go to the Iron Bank guy and Cersei. This is basically, I think, all we got of Cersei this episode.
Yeah.
So not too much. So there's just a little back and forth about, you know, she got the money to pay him off. And
really fast.
Right.
And praising that. And
right. And they go outside to the giant map of Westeros. I'm like, I need to just get control over this stuff, yeah. And then he's like, yeah, that's cool. And that's basically it.
Yeah, he's like, we want to invest some more money. When yours gets here, of course.
Right, exactly.
But basically, he's down to throw out some more money for, you know, Cersei and her cause.
Right. From there we get Littlefinger gives his knife to Bran. So this ties into season 1 all the way back.
Yep.
When this was supposed to be the knife that killed him in his bed after he's pushed out of the tower in Winterfell. And was from the first episode, I think.
Yeah.
So this dagger has a lot of history to it.
And it's Valyrian.
It's a Valyrian steel. Yeah, they've said that before. So that it's important. And Littlefinger gives it to Bran. He thinks that he might want it, and he's in his own twisted way saying that he's trying to do what he thought his mother would have done for him and everything. So
he's, you know, we could have been there for his mom, and he wasn't. So he's going to be there for Bran, and it's just like, or Bran, and it's like, dude, fuck off.
Go away, Littlefinger.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, but he's still intriguing to see him.
But that part with the
yeah, I'm about to say.
Okay.
Yeah, so he says it sucks that, you know, you've come back here and you find Winterfell, the world's in chaos, and Bran straight looks at him and basically into the camera. It's a great shot. And just says chaos is a ladder. And I was like, motherfucker.
Yeah, Walt lost his mind. It took me a second to click, and I was like, wait a second, didn't he say that?
Yeah, and this was seasons ago. It might have been first season, but it
probably was first season.
Right. I'm pretty sure it was Varys and him in the throne room, and they were discussing. They were like looking at the Iron Throne. They had a great dialogue.
Oh, I remember that.
I think that's what it's from.
Yeah.
But they're talking about chaos, and Littlefinger says chaos is a ladder, and he could climb the ladder of chaos because he doesn't have any real royal blood. I mean, he has a little bit in the fingers and stuff, but not much. Wasn't much land. So, yeah, that's Oh, that was Brienne!
Yeah, and Brienne just delivered it so coldly.
So cold.
And you could tell that it kind of put Littlefinger off balance.
Yeah, he was like, what the fuck? The fuck? Yeah, Mira came in and she's announcing to Brienne that she's leaving. She needs to be home through all this, so going back to where she's from in the Riverlands, I think.
And he's like, all right, thanks, see you later.
He's like, thank you, see you later. Bran is completely emotionless. So she says, like, you died in that cave. And he's like, well, yeah, I'm the three-eyed raven now.
Basically, there's a part of Bran, like, Bran still remembers all this stuff, and he's in there, but he's still the three-eyed raven.
Three-eyed raven, we did that again.
Damn
three-eyed raven.
Three-eyed raven, and he's just kind of like...
He's not Bran anymore, really. I mean, I guess he doesn't really have much of a personality, which is weird because I think Bloodraven did have a personality. I mean, he was a little stoic, but like he still had, a semblance of self. And
he had so many years to be able to understand his power.
He had
and Bran, it was just boom, power, everything, freaking everything. So.
Yeah, it was really quick. So maybe he just has to have time. But I'm not gonna like it if this is all he's gonna be able to do from now on for these last season and a half. Is him?
Well, he's gonna work out into something. I think he's gonna work out into a dragon.
I'm sure that's going to happen eventually, but I just want him to not get lost in just being the stoic guy, and then once in a while having a code line saying, chaos is a ladder. I want Bran to have some semblance of what he used to be, so I hope we get a little bit from there, but we'll see what happens, I guess, going forward.
We saw a little bit of him later.
I mean, it's like these little bits. I hope they grow, but I don't know. From what I've been hearing, Isaac Kempston Wright is the actor, right? I think it's his name. Has been saying that Bran is definitely different now from all that's been happening, and he might never be the same and all that stuff. I'm like, yeah, but I mean, he has an important role to play. Absolutely, he's gonna be warring into things and all this stuff in this war with the White Walkers. But I want him to have some kind of personality when he's in his own body, So we'll see what happens. So we keep it with the Starks here. Arya is finally home at Winterfell.
Yeah.
She comes in with these dipshit guards at the front. I was just like, oh god, I thought it was going to be like they were going to keep her from getting in, and then she was just going to say, screw this, I'm going to go to King's Landing. And I'm like, no!
Oh, yeah.
I could have seen that
happening. They're saying, all right, piss off. Mm-hmm. And she's just kind of looking at him like, I could kill you so fast. So easily. And I'm just thinking, she's going to kill them so fast.
She was getting a little irritated.
Yeah.
But yeah, so from there, they basically let her in, and they're trying to see if it's really her or not. And while they're arguing amongst themselves, she sneaks off to the crypt. Then the guards go tell Sansa. Sansa meets Arya in the crypt, and there is a reunion there, but it's not like the other reunions we've seen on the show so far. There's just like this kind of, I'm happy to see you. But it's not like this thing with Jon and Sansa or something where it's this huge embrace.
You can tell how different Arya is, and then Sansa herself is different too. But with Jon has remained the constant character, I think, throughout this entire series.
Oh, absolutely.
His moral fiber, his moral compass has never wavered. His character has been basically the same. I mean, we've seen him go through love and the trials of leading the Night's Watch,
and
then
death,
and death,
and coming back from the dead.
Yeah, but basically he's been the same core character.
Yeah,
and his person, like the way
he's just been growing, as a leader. He's
been growing, but like Sansa and Arya, they've changed so much.
Yeah, definitely.
They've had to have changed with the circumstances thrust upon them, and so I think with Jon Snow and seeing Sansa, she was able to kind of play off the old times with him.
Right.
He's still the same. But with Arya, look at her and her stance, the way she carries herself, the way she speaks, instantly very different than what Sansa knew.
Right.
And then she sees that, picks up on that, so there's that tension.
Right. But there still is Arya, like the Arya we always knew, this happy-go-lucky, adventurous girl, is still in there. You know what I mean?
And we did see that.
There. We saw it a little bit later. But, I mean, from there we get to see Arya and Bran reunite, too, which is another reunion.
Also, Arya mentions her list on people to kill.
Sansa kind of laughs it off a little bit.
Yeah, she's kind of like, huh. And then when they go see Bran and the hugs and this and that.
And Bran, at least he hugged back, because I could have seen him just,
kind of,
I don't care.
I don't hug.
I don't hug anymore. I'm an empty shell, and I go in other shells.
Yeah, basically.
But yeah, so we did get at least a little bit of an embrace from Bran and Arya, and so Bran gives the Valyrian steel blade that Littlefinger gave to him to Arya because he said it's gonna be wasted on the cripple.
Yeah.
But he knows something we don't know because he gave
looked
it
weird
when he gave it to Arya. He kind of like got scared for it. He got like a little flash or something. He might have made a vision that we didn't see. Yeah. So maybe she's gonna use that for something not so great in the future.
Or it's gonna be used upon her, and he saw it.
Oh, maybe.
I mean, you know. So, I mean, the Flash could have been old Bran, kind of been like, fuck!
Right.
But then new Bran kind of just, shrugged it off.
Right.
So I don't know, and then he also mentioned her list, and then Sansa was kind of like, hold up.
Yeah.
Like,
who else is on your list?
Yeah, but then also it's like, well, Arya didn't mention the list to Bran. I mean, he's only been here for 5 minutes, or she's only been with him for 5 minutes.
Right.
So I think that also proved that Bran can do the shit that he says he can.
Yeah.
Sansa a little bit more.
A little bit more. Well, she said like, he has visions because Bran mentioned that he saw Arya on the path and at the fork in the road, but he didn't know which way she chose to go.
Yeah.
He thought that maybe she would go after Cersei in King's Landing.
Yeah,
but
I thought you were going to.
Her heart won out and she came home.
Yeah.
It's so good to have almost all the Starks are back in Winterfell now. I mean, Jon's dead, Rickon's dead.
Not Jon.
No, Jon's he's dead.
Jon's gone.
Rob's dead. Rickon's dead.
Yeah.
Jon's away. Catelyn's dead. But I mean the kids I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
So we got 3 of the kids right back. Arya, Bran, and Sansa are all back at Winterfell. So it's a nice. It's good to see.
And just a thought on Rickon again. Just fucking zigzag, you piece of shit.
I know it still pisses me off.
Oh,
you could have been there, bro. What's wrong with you, man? So Arya, this is a great little scene. Arya,
Podrick, we see Podrick Payne.
Oh yeah, Podrick Payne. He looked like he put on a couple pounds. I mentioned.
Yeah.
And he's eating hearty at Winterfell. He can finally eat a little bit.
Still sucks at sword fighting.
I know he's fighting or training with Brienne, and he's getting a little bit better, I guess, from before. But then Arya comes and he's like, I want to train with the person to beat the Hound, and they start fighting a little bit. And she brings out Needle. And Brienne's like, I'm a giant. What are you doing?
Basically, she's like, you can't use that sword or whatever. She's like, I'll try not to cut you.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden,
she's got the Valyrian steel blade too. Yeah.
And they start going, and immediately you see that Arya is having fun and kind of toying with Brienne of Tarth. Right. Brienne of Tarth, who has literally at least 2 feet on her.
Dude, it was literally like a David and Goliath thing because she is 6'3" or 6'4", I think. In real life, Gwendolyn Christie is, and Arya. I mean, she's
got to be like 5 foot.
She's like 5'3" maybe.
Okay, so maybe it's not a full 2 feet, but the way that they showed the angles,
at
it was
least
lower
a foot.
angle.
Yeah, because they were looking down on her, and she's kind of just like dodging and stuff.
Yeah, she's got her hand behind her back, and she's got Needle, this tiny ass blade against. What's her name? Is it Valyrian steel? Right?
It was the blade. The mini blade is, or the knife is Valyrian steel.
Brienne of Tarth, because they melted.
I think that was a practice sword or whatever, because the end was dulled and stuff.
Oh,
so
okay.
It wasn't. It was a.
But still, she's got this gigantic ass sword against her tiny Needle, and Arya's still one-handed, one hand behind her back, just.
She's like who
flipping around.
Then the line of that whole scene is like, who touches a fight like that? No one.
Yeah.
I thought that was really good.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so,
she was doing all this shit with the dagger too when she brought out the dagger and she's flipping it between her hands. And she came up with this like. So she grabbed the dagger and immediately Brienne of Tarth grabbed the hand that had her dagger. But before she did that, she did this flip to her other hand and then had it at Brienne of Tarth's neck.
Right.
And and then Brienne had her other sword down, but it was still a stalemate. But we've seen Arya kill.
She booted the crap out of Arya.
Yeah, her boot was like most of her torso.
That's hilarious.
But we've seen Arya fight, but we've never seen her fight like this, and she's a straight killer now.
Oh yeah,
and
man.
It's
can't wait to see what
if she's in full battle mode going against people, she's gonna be devastating.
And she could be sneaky too with the faceless men magic that she got with the masks and stuff. So
Man,
Can't wait to see.
It was a great scene.
Absolutely. So from there, we go back to Dragonstone, and Dany and Missandei are talking a little bit and talking about a little Grey Worm stuff, but Jon interrupts.
Yeah.
Before they can get to
little girl talk.
Girl Targaryen.
Girl Targaryen.
Nice. So Jon takes her in the dragon glass caves and shows her all this tons of dragon glass that they got there. And
he said more than we could ever use, or more than we could ever need, or something like that.
Yeah, there's tons of it in there, so they're going to be well equipped to fight the White Walkers finally.
Thankfully.
So that's a good news from them. But then we go deeper into the cave because Jon wants to show Daenerys something. It's so many names. And we see these cave paintings on the wall from the Children of the Forest, and then we see the First Men.
Yep.
And so because they did fight together, and then we see why they were fighting together, and we see that there was the White Walkers were painted on the wall.
Yeah, and they even had the blue eyes etched into the stone. And it's finally like Jon's basically like, look at the fucking wall. See, I told you.
I told you.
And so I feel like I feel like that Daenerys is finally like, oh well, shit. I guess he's telling the truth.
Well, she's like at first it seemed like that, but then she's like, yeah, I'm totally ready to fight. You're right.
Yeah, the North will have my support
as soon as you bend the knee. She's
and
like,
he's just kind of like,
Daenerys, come on, dude. Like during this whole thing, I know like that's her main ambition, but I just wish she would stop being kind of a prick about it. You know what I mean? Like she's going through all this stuff, and she believes Jon now, and she's still being like a jerk about the bending the knee thing.
Yeah.
So we'll see where that goes, if Jon actually does that or not. I mean, she kind of said that they elected you or chose you to protect them, and this is the best way of protecting them is to pledge loyalty.
Yeah, because he's like, my people won't follow a Southern leader.
Loser. She's not a loser. We'll get into that in a minute.
Southern leader, and like they'll follow their king.
Uh-huh.
And so, but before she said that there couldn't be a king in the North if she was a queen.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So if she's saying, "Oh, follow their king," maybe she's gonna be able to,
let that kingdom be its own kingdom, kind of like how Dorne is.
Yeah.
Well, Dorne is kind of a kingdom. They have princes and princesses, not kings and queens, but I mean, still the same kind of concept. So from there, they get out of the cave, and Tyrion is there with Varys and tells Dany about the losses at Casterly Rock and Highgarden and everything. And she is just pissed at this point. She's like, I have these dragons. Why can't I just take King's Landing?
Yeah.
And then she asks Jon Snow, basically Game of Thrones Jesus, and asks him. He came back from the dead. He's got long hair and a beard.
Oh God, that's beautiful.
And she asks him what to do, and he's like, gives the Jon Snow answers that people are living in a world of shit all the time. And they see your dragons, they see you, that there's good in the world, that there's magic in the world. Don't use that to destroy and burn cities. And
don't be
kill
more
people.
of the same.
Yeah, exactly. So it was a good line.
Basically, like she's just like, oh, shit.
Yeah, you're right.
Damn it.
You still got to bend the knee, though. So that was a good little scene. I really like Jon and Dany's chemistry starting to come up more now. So we're seeing Kit Harington and... forget her name.
Amelia Clark.
Amelia Clark, their back and forth is getting better, and I'm liking their
and
chemistry.
even Davos said something about I see
you looking at her nice heart or something.
Yeah. And then Jon's like, there's no time for that.
Yeah, but it was such a just like, no, you did, fool. No.
There's no time for that.
She's my aunt.
There was time.
We'd be in
weird.
trouble.
That would be weird. It's not like, honestly, it still wouldn't be as bad as some of the shit we've seen on this fucking show.
Right. I mean, we got twin cest going on here.
Not just brother and sister, twins.
Twin cest.
That's messed up.
Yeah, it is.
It's beyond messed up.
It is. It really is. So, Arya... so this is where Arya, Brienne, Podrick, and they all train. And then we see Littlefinger look down and kind of sees Arya train well. Mm-hmm. And then Arya looks up at him like, oh, there's...
tension.
I wish he wouldn't have seen that, because now he kind of has something on her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He knows not to underestimate her now. Like he doesn't know anything about Bran yet. Bran still kind of has that on, but now he kind of knows there's something up with Arya.
Yeah.
So not a great thing for her, but we'll see what happens with that going forward. So much more. We're not even scratching the surface, guys. So Jon, Davos, and Missandei, that line we were talking about, with looking at her nice heart or whatever.
Yeah.
So Jon thinks that Dany does have a good heart, and that her heart is in the right place with all this, but there's still something off. I'm not off, but like she's too ambitious almost for him, kind of. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he really just wants everyone to drop everything. We need to kill the White Walkers, and then you guys can do whatever you want to do.
Have your petty squabbles about who sits on the fucking throne.
Yeah.
After we kill all the the thing that's gonna kill everybody in this fucking world.
Yeah. So, but then we see Missandei, and this is a good scene because we kind of get the gist of why everyone is following her. And Missandei has a great line, like, we don't follow her. She's not our queen because she's some dead man's daughter. She is our queen that we chose, the queen that we chose, and they've, she freed all these people. She is a righteous person for the most part, freeing all these slaves and everything. So yeah, I mean, like, the people back her for the right reasons, not out of fear, really. I mean, she has the dragons and stuff, but
just because
they're
of her lineage,
right? She's protecting them.
Yeah.
And it's a genuine thing. So that was a really nice scene there. And then Theon comes up with the last Greyjoy ship.
One ship.
And I didn't even think about this, but Jon and Theon get a reunion. I mean, Theon and Jon basically grew up as brothers because Theon was at Winterfell his whole life.
As a ward or something.
As Ned Stark's ward. So, Jon's pissed because of everything that happened where he tried to take over Winterfell for the Greyjoys and everything. So
the Boltons.
And it led to all that thing. So I said the only reason I'm not killing you is because of what you did for Sansa. So he helped Sansa escape.
And the first thing, or I think it was the second thing, is he's like, "Oh, Jon, I didn't know you're here."
Yeah.
And then he asked how Sansa's doing.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, that's good.
Right.
Still asking about Sansa, making sure she's okay.
Right.
So.
Jon's pissed, but it'll be interesting to see their relationship going forward. If Jon's gonna, I'm looking forward to a scene where we get like a full scene of them talking. I really want to see what comes of that. You know. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with that. Because Theon and Robb were like super tight. I mean, he was about to write him that letter before he burned it, and then all the way back when. So. He's that's like a super betrayal.
Yeah.
So I really want to see just a good one-on-one conversation with Jon and Theon. I want to see where they go with that. So Bronn, Dickon, and Tarly, and Jaime are talking, and then one of the greatest battle scenes I've ever seen in any form of media ever happens.
It was ridiculous.
They just hear in the background of the Dothraki, the horses,
the
pounding,
thundering.
All this
It
crazy
was Bronn,
stuff.
and this is a testament how much of a badass Bronn is. Before the decorated, the longtime war hero Jaime, whatever, the guy who's been in a shit ton of battles and whooped some serious ass. Before even him, the commander of the Lannister army, Bronn hears the hoofbeats. He feels and hears the thundering hoof. Mm-hmm. He's like, wait a second, you hear that? Oh shit! And then everybody starts going in formation, shields and spears. They start forming lines.
And there you can see them coming up in the distance, but then you
you
hear the roar of the dragon.
Well, you see all of these Dothraki coming on their horses.
Yeah.
And so that's like, oh my god, none of these two separate armies have never faced anything like the other.
Such a different fighting style. I was really excited to see how that was going to turn out. And
then they're coming, and then you do see Drogon. It was Drogon, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was Drogon, led by Daenerys. She's on top, like, all right, I'm going to blast these bitches to hell. And
and then she
just comes in and just starts.
She torches the entire army.
Most of it.
Most of the Lannister army is dead. Wiped out. Literally turned into ash that the wind blew away.
Yeah, there was some really good scenes with that.
Yeah, it is freaking crazy. That whole fight was just nuts. I mean, we see the Dothraki like going one-on-one with some of the Lannister soldiers. And just fighting the Lannisters.
Superior fighting style because they're on the horseback.
Yeah.
And just how like the cavalry.
I mean, they had the dragon though. I mean, like with Drogon there, it's just burning
even just look at actual history. Mm-hmm. If you have a line of soldiers going up against an entire cavalry, that cavalry will take down that line of soldiers.
Well, I mean, like we said, like it's a completely different type of fighting style on both sides. So
you got the cavalry and the dragon, and then Daenerys is just straight.
First,
she blows out just tons of dudes. She just burns out.
No, Daenerys, please don't burn us.
That was an unfortunate choice of words, and I apologize.
She blows away
to the Khaleesi.
Yeah.
Yeah, she blows away. She burns.
Yeah.
A shit ton of guys.
Good lord.
Sorry, I apologize.
Yeah.
And then she starts torching the grain.
Yeah.
All the grain in the entire line.
Mm-hmm.
And then you take it away.
Yeah. So Bronn is completely like freaked out what's happening right now. People are literally burning alive right next to him. Like I said, the ash blowing away. People running around on fire. It's freaking insane.
And Bronn, like he's a sneaky guy. He's a good fighter.
Yeah.
And so he's kind of doing something. And then all of a sudden he tosses his his dagger out at this Dothraki.
Yeah.
And the Dothraki hits it away, and Bronn's kind of like, oh shit.
He brings out his sword.
And then the Dothraki comes in and just chops off the leg of his horse. And
he goes down. So he's running away from everything, just trying to survive, and then he goes into one of those carriages.
Yeah, because he said to Jamie's like, go to the thing, and he's like, oh, you need to get out of here. He's like, I can't do it with one hand.
Right, but Jamie wouldn't leave either, because Bronn wanted him to leave, which would have been the smart thing, but Jamie is an honorable guy now.
Yeah.
But Bronn eventually makes it to that carriage, opens it up, and it's the freaking dragon spear. So they shoot once, misses. And I was like, okay, because Daenerys like swung back around. I thought she was gonna leave because she did the damage. I mean, they're freaking all dead.
Yeah. But she sees this weapon, and it's like, no, she's not gonna leave.
Right.
I guarantee you, she's not gonna leave.
They come back around, and
this thing takes a while to reload.
Right. So it takes a couple minutes, but it's reloaded, fires, and hits it in the right wing, shoulder,
like shoulder joint, wing area.
So we thought, we're like, oh damn, no.
So he comes flying down. We thought it was gonna be a hard landing. He was able to kind of actually stick the landing, as it were. And she and Daenerys just kind of hops off and starts trying to pull the dragon lance out of his shoulder. And then you see Jamie just looking at her.
Yeah.
And Tyrion's actually there.
Yeah, he's looking on from afar, but he's, you can tell he's kind of having mixed feelings too, which was a good little moment from him. But like, because these are the people he kind of grew up with. These are the Lannisters. This is his family. His family's army is being destroyed right in front of him.
Yeah.
It is a rough thing for him to see, even though he knows he's in the right.
But Tyrion sees Jamie.
Yeah.
And he sees that Jamie sees Daenerys, and he's telling him, he's like, just fucking run.
Yeah.
He's turning around. He's like, turn around.
Picks up a lance and is going after her.
Yeah. And a spear, lance, whatever. And
whatever that was.
And so he starts going. He's like, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And he's going after him, and Wallace and I on the edge of the couch, just like, oh my god.
No. So I think that was Bronn who came out the last second and like pushed him off before Drogon burnt the crap out of his horse.
You see, he's flying at Daenerys, and she kind of did she turn around?
Yeah, she turns around.
She turns around and sees it, and then all of a sudden Drogon's head just comes into view, and he opens up his gigantic maw, and you see fire start coming in. Jamie's kind of like, oh no!
It's over,
and then this fire starts coming out, and then you see a figure, which we think is Bronn, just sideswipe Jamie into the water as the fire engulfs right over them.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh my god. And then you see downward shot.
They're both
Jamie
sinking. Yeah,
sinking into the water.
He's got all that armor
and it's just, he's just sinking. And then it's just kind of like going down. I was like,
and you could hear all the sounds being starting to be drowned out and everything. And we're like, don't. What do you say? Like,
yeah, I was like, no, credits.
Yeah.
No.
Oh. Yeah. That was a crazy episode.
It was nuts. Absolutely nuts.
Insane. One of the best battle sequences I've ever seen. I mean, like I was saying in that World of Ice and Fire book, the tales of Aegon the Conqueror burning up all these armies on these grass fields and stuff, that reminded me so much of it. It was crazy. It was nuts, man. So I'm just so excited to see what else. This was just like a taste. This was like the last 10 minutes of the episode.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was so good.
Yeah, just wait till it's in like a half an episode.
I can't wait, man. This show is great. I don't care what anybody freaking says, man.
Yes,
this season's been great so far.
Absolutely. There's been no dull moments. Even in the second episode, people are saying like, oh, second and third episode, it was a little slow. And it's like, what were you watching?
I mean, we're jumping around. Time is jumping around. I thought at least people would be complaining about it moving too fast. But no, people are complaining about being too slow. What are you talking
I can't believe
about?
I was reading some of these comments. It's like, you people are ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm not understanding it.
I'm absolutely loving this season. So far, it's shaping up to be the best season.
We'll see.
So far.
I mean, how many? That was the fourth episode.
We got 3 more episodes.
Oh, we're over halfway through.
Yeah, we've only got 3 more episodes.
No. Oh man. Well, we'll see what happens going
3
forward.
more episodes. That makes me sad.
Yeah, we gotta see some more battles here coming up. So I'm excited to see what happens. We know in the next episode there's something with the White Walkers because we see Bran scouting with the Ravens and stuff.
Yeah.
So looking for a more snowy battle, I guess, this next time. But yeah, I'm Walter,
I'm Porter.
and this is my legacy power sword. I hope you.
I've got a lightsaber. I haven't brought it.
We're gonna fight with that.
Oh, we are gonna fight.
There's a unboxing and review with Heather and Ayana that's up. It just went up a couple days ago, so check that out.
This thing is awesome.
So cool, man.
He texted me when he bought it. He's like, dude, just guess what I just bought.
Yeah.
And he told me all caps. I was like, oh my god.
It's so good.
It's awesome.
But yeah, also, if you're watching this, we're going to be at Wizard World in a couple weeks, Chicago, doing something for a new project for Channel Awesome, so keep your eye on there. And I'll be back with a new episode of Top 5 a week from Tuesday. So I'll see you guys then. And, oh God, Game of Thrones is so good. I love it so much.
Fantastic.
All right, well, we'll talk to you later, guys. Bye.
Later.
Dracarys!